up, we stopping up. Microphone for lots of us, the moment keep on doing it, cause you know it ain't no stopping us. We choking up, smoking up, lyrically we open up. We know that some MCs, the fights ain't.
Peace. My name is Shahid, one half of the group, Shaheed and DJ Supreme. I actually got my start at the Eargasm as a teenager. I wasn't even old enough to get in when I came, but I was a part of the group with Rasul, the Unseen Uma. And so because of that, I was allowed to come in and perform.
Rasul was part of the Eargasmatics. He introduced me to Shahid, and I heard Shahid's style of rhyming, and I was just floored. I was like, okay, cool. I need to work with these guys.
I got one of my first starts at those famous sessions at his house. And I wrote the hook for a song. And my brother Rasul was so gracious enough to say, nah, you know what? Let me spit the hook that you wrote and you spit a verse.
It all came out perfectly. It's probably one of the best projects that I had worked on during that time.
The spark in me as an MC increased and my love for it became more and more and more passionate because I was rocking on dope beats by two of the dopest producers in the city.
Well, when I first started rhyming, I was known as Perfect Timing. Then I learned to relax and went by the name Orion Pack. But the crew, and people call me O-Packs as well, but the crew is Anomaly Crew. And I started rapping with Syllabus, cats like Sleepy, Leo Cooper Jr., who went by, was it Astro the Illogical? Not to forget Prov, P-R-O-V, rest in peace. Supreme, we met him a little while after and started going over his house all the time. And we would hang out and just listen to beats and just zone out and just be scribbling in our pads. And we would even rhyme with him on beats. But then one day he said he wanted to do this thing called Eargasm, and we were like, we are so in.
My name is DJ FX. I don't know how long I've been DJing. I'll say officially, 96 is when I finally got two turntables, two techniques. So I'll start counting from there. But my first professional gig where I actually got paid was like in 93. But I had two tape decks and a mixing board. So I don't really count that. So 96, official. I'm a club DJ. I started out in the clubs. And the Eargasm was more hip-hop oriented. So we were still running a little hip-hop at that time, but it wasn't none of the golden era hip-hop that we could run in the Eargasm. And man, that was just like therapy for me because some of that hip-hop was just getting out of control. And as you can see now, it's really out of control.
How y'all feel about Inkline, man? Y'all make some noise, man.
My name is Inkline. I represent Apartment B Productions and Nerves Baddington. Come from Birmingham, Alabama, and I come from a crew called Abstract Chemistry, who was also affiliated with Apartment B Productions. It's like where Apartment B was born. Coming from someone that had only been around like freestyle ciphers, you know, at the Fountain, that was the closest I had been to performing or, you know, rapping in front of people until I got a little flyer about the open mic, you know, the Eargasm. So naturally, we kind of ventured that way.
My name is Wendy. I danced with the BMW Crew. Only female in the crew.
B-Boy Nature from BMW Crew Circa, I'm gonna say 1995 is when we first started. We would be out there burning the floor. Me, Blur, Revolve, everybody. We had some crews from Montgomery come up here and battle us. Didn't really end well for them. We had Atlanta come over here to battle us. Paco Chopsticks. We battled Cincinnati, Scribble Jam. We battled Miami. We battled everywhere. And we learned all of that from here, Eargasm taught us everything.
It's almost like church, like church of hip hop. Everyone congregating, having fun, just enjoying what we love, and being able to work on your craft, work on your art some more so you can come back next week and show it off.
Oh man, it was therapy. It was always something new. The energy was always high, man. The Eargasm was where it was at.
The vibe there was just electric.
It was electrifying, bro. Like coming from just knowing ciphers to, having an outlet, to sign your name on a list and get up and perform for like other artists and like other people that were, into hip hop at that time. Priceless.
Glory days. It was this perfect slice of time where hip hop was in its classic state and Birmingham was like really ready for it. It was something unique and it was something that really I haven't seen again. I miss the community. And of course, being that young, when you have a whole lot of extra time and, you're still just kind of out there and like figuring out life. And then there was this thing where everybody got together under one groove.
I miss the music. I miss the music because nobody is doing like that boom bap anymore. I miss the different crews around Birmingham that would come through with them and perform. I miss that as well. And I just miss the love that people have for just the music and the support that they had for it.
Just kind of watching the music and the arts community here and how like supportive everyone is. Like hip hop might have been excluded from that if there were no Eargasm, like we would have never been able to cross over and to play in a sold out show at Auto Tree or Saturn if we had not established those roots.
Eargasm was the first time I would dare say that that hip hop formed an institution here.
If I say this is gonna come across as real arrogant, but I think it kind of created a hip hop scene here in Birmingham. You had all the elements of hip hop existing here in this city. The Eargasm it brought all of those little pockets to the same place to network and come together and build with each other. And it's just an opinion, but I think it laid the foundation for what we see today in Birmingham as far as the hip hop scene.
It lit a fire under me that I still have till this day. And it was because of the Eargasm that I was able to travel the world with DJ Supreme. We formed a group out of the Eargasm, which became Shaheed and DJ Supreme. Today, we have a foundation called Knowledge, Rhythm, and Understanding, KRU.
That foundation teaches the elements of hip hop and the fundamentals of hip hop culture to the youth.
The Eargasm played a large role in that because the experiences there that we had. The congregation meeting up with people who had the same love for beat making, scratching, breaking, and graffiti art. And so when we started KRU with our biggest homie, Akil the MC from Jurassic 5, this is what we had in mind, to preserve and teach the elements so the youth in Birmingham can have something to look forward to, practice, and appreciate. Long live the Eargasm. Thanks to Supreme and everyone who put it together so people like me could have a place to have a start.
Specialize cause I'm a specialist, special because I'm blessed with this. Honeys like the cleverness, thugs they show me reverence. Raised in New York State with New York place. You would shut your stuff if you knew your place. Sublimely I take